Ladies and gentlemen, the details that are emerging from the investigations into the Red Fort blast are simply mind-boggling. One of the doctors arrested, Dr. Adil Radir, a physician from Anantnag, was actually drawing a salary of 4 lakh rupees. The Saharanpur hospital he was working at had even given him an accommodation. Now, this is the kind of package, ladies and gentlemen, not just package, privilege, that even doctors in metros aspire for. He had it, yet he chose the path of terror and allegedly was part of a plot to burn the very country that educated him and employed him. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a grave new challenge that faces India's security establishment as they investigate the medico-fidayeen squad. Young, educated, privileged professionals who have been brainwashed to a point where nothing matters but jihad. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the man who is said to be the radicalizer-in-chief of the Faridabad module is said to be a man called Maulvi Irfan, who worked at the Government Medical College in Srinagar as a paramedic by day and turned hate preacher by night. He is the man being held responsible for radicalizing young MBBS students and turning them into committed terrorists. Dr. Muzammil and Dr. Umar, the suicide bomber, are said to be his terror proteges. Maulvi Irfan moved to Naugam as an imam, but continued to be in touch with GMC students from Srinagar, patiently brainwashing them to wage war against the state. He is said to have links with the Jaish. He is now under arrest. His wife has been detained. We have more breaking inputs coming in on the Delhi blast investigation. Top sources have revealed that Dr. Umar had planned a major terror strike around December 6th, reportedly to avenge the demolition of the Babri Masjid. However, the plot collapsed after the arrest of his close associates, which forced the module to rush their plans and act earlier than intended. Officials say it was the arrest of Dr. Muzammil that foiled the group's December 6th plan, preventing what could have been a far deadlier attack. But as the investigations gather pace, so is the politics. The opposition is warning against wrongful arrests. They are raising questions over the timing of the blast, given that it came on the eve of Bihar's polling. And of course, they are accusing the Prime Minister of flying off to Bhutan for a holiday a day after the blast. Listen in.
किसी निर्दोष के साथ ऐसा न करो. अगर अपनी नाकामी को छुपाने के लिए किसी को पकड़ के जेल में डाल देना, मैं समझता हूँ ये बहुत बड़ा जो है बखूबी नाइंसाफी है।
ये हमेशा होता है, जरा कुछ हुआ तो मुसलमानों को पकड़ने का, अंदर डालने का, कुछ किसको भी, बेगुनाह लोगों को भी अंदर डालने का।
अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ी चिंता का विषय है। खास तौर से उस दिन ये हुआ जिस दिन फरीदाबाद में 3000 किलो के करीब विस्फोटक चीजें बरामद हो रही हैं। मेरा अपना मानना है कि ऐसे में जिम्मेदारी और जवाबदेही तय होनी चाहिए। इतने संकट काल में मोदी जी भूटान चले गए, तो आपके पास क्या कोई इंटेलिजेंस नहीं थी? देश में लोगों को लगने लगा कि देश मजबूत हाथों में नहीं है। देश को विश्वास में लेकर आगे की कार्रवाई की जाए, ये हमारी मांग है।
ये बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट जो हुआ है 10 तारीख को हुआ है, 11 तारीख को चुनाव है बिहार के अंदर। अभी आप भी देखे होंगे हमारा कड़ा माध्यम के अंदर वो लोग बोल रहे थे कुछ पॉलिटिकल है क्या करके। हमको भी ये सुनने को आ रहा है कि इसके अंदर पॉलिटिकल इन्वॉल्वमेंट है करके सुनने को आ रहा है, पक्का नहीं बोलता हूँ। और ये जो भी पॉलिटिकल अगर बेनिफिट को एक आदमी की जान लेना है ना, उसको सही में उसको अच्छा नहीं होता है।
Now, ladies and gentlemen, of course, the BJP is saying this is the opposition's habit. They know nothing else but to pander to radical elements.
जो कांग्रेस पार्टी, जो विपक्ष सेना के शौर्य पर सवाल खड़ा कर सकता है, पाकिस्तान की तारीफ कर सकता है, राहुल गांधी, जरा आप से मैं निवेदन करूंगा, आपके एडिटर से भी, कि वो पहलगांव का ये तो तफरी करने गया था।
देखिए, पहले तो कांग्रेस पार्टी अपनी जबान बंद रखे तो अच्छा है। कम से कम जब आतंक का मुद्दा हो तो इस पे सबको एक होना चाहिए, इस पे अलग अलग वॉइस क्यों होना चाहिए?
These are serious terrorist acts against our country. And when it is a time to unite against terror, these are the people who come out and try and deflect the topic away from the real issues that are facing our country.
Yes, this evening, Siddharth Yadav, spokesperson of the BJP. Nikhil Chandwani is an author joining us on the broadcast. Hi, Nikhil. Colonel Rohit Chaudhary will be joining us in just a bit, spokesperson of the Congress Party. And Kapish Srivastava is a spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. He is joining us on the broadcast. Kapish ji, I'm of course going to start with you because we've just heard what one of your leaders, Abu Azmi, had said. It is barely 48 hours to the blast. And he's already talking about wrongful arrests. How does he know that the arrests that have been made so far are wrongful?
देखिए, उन्होंने सिर्फ ये संदेह जारी किया है। हाँ। क्योंकि बहुत से ब्लास्ट हुए और उनमें जितने लोगों को नामित किया गया, पकड़ा गया, उन पे आज तक जुर्म साबित नहीं हो पाया। और हम तो ये बार बार कहेंगे कि हमारी जो इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग एजेंसीज हैं, उनको इस बात का ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि भारत के अंदर जो भारतीय न्याय संहिता है, उसकी जो मंशा हमारे संसद ने व्यक्त की है, वो यही है कि 100 मुलजिम छूट जाए लेकिन एक बेगुनाह को सजा नहीं होनी चाहिए। ये आपका कानून है। ये कपीश श्रीवास्तव के जो मुख से निकल रहा है, हाँ। ये मेरी अपनी कोई वर्जन नहीं है। क्या हम अपने संसद के द्वारा पारित कानूनों के लिए काम कर रहे हैं? क्या हमारी इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग एजेंसियां, क्या ईडी हो, सीबीआई,
अबू आजमी के पास ये कोई प्रूफ है कि अभी तक जितने लोगों को डिटेन किया गया है, अरेस्ट किया गया है, बाय द वे जिनको अरेस्ट किया गया है, उनके पास से 2900 kgs ऑफ अमोनियम नाइट्रेट मिला है। जिनको अरेस्ट किया गया उनके पास कोई प्रूफ है कि ये इनोसेंट हैं, इनका इस क्राइम के साथ, इस टेरर ब्लास्ट के साथ कुछ लेना देना नहीं है? अगर कोई प्रूफ है तो दिखा दें, नहीं तो अपना मुंह चुप रखें। दिस इज अ सेंसिटिव टाइम।
मैं बार बार आपको कह रहा हूं, मैं बार बार कह रहा हूं कि तो फांसी चढ़ा दीजिए, उनका ट्रायल मत कीजिएगा। देश के कानून में अगर कोई ऐसा कानून हो तो सीधे फांसी चढ़ा दीजिए।
तो क्या करें हम
लोग सिर्फ एक बात कह रहे हैं। हाँ। ना, आज सरकार अपनी नाकामयाबी को छुपाने के लिए हाँ। जो चीजें वो विदिन 8 आवर्स, विदिन 16 आवर्स, 14 आवर्स हाँ। और 24 आवर्स में कर रही है, वो उसको पहले क्यों नहीं पता? 3-3 हजार किलो जो है वो RDX आ जा रहा, कहां से आ रहा? मोदी जी तो प्रश्न किया करते थे पहले कि ये बॉर्डर तो आपके हाथ में है, सारी पुलिस आपके हाथ में, इंटेलिजेंस आपके हाथ में, तो ये हो कैसे रहा? और सत्तार मलिक जो इनके ही अपने जम्मू कश्मीर के तत्कालिक गवर्नर थे, उनके जो आरोप है, क्या उस पर कोई भी जवाब नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने आकर के दिया या अमित शाह ने दिया? आज तक पुलवामा अटैक में ये बताया नहीं गया कि वो RDX कहां से आया था, वो किसकी गाड़ी थी, और 150 लोगों को किया जब CRPF के DG ने इसकी मांग की थी। आप अपने आदमी को करने के लिए, लेकिन अपने कांग्रेस को नहीं किया।
आई तो वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि फिर इन्वेस्टिगेशंस होंगी कैसे? एक अगर हम टेरर मॉड्यूल की बात कर रहे हैं, जिसका सरगना एक मौलवी है, जिसके सारे लोग डॉक्टर्स हैं, तो इन्वेस्टिगेशन करे क्या? कोई डिटेंशंस नहीं करे, कोई अरेस्ट नहीं करे। आपको पता है ना, पहली अरेस्ट के बाद दूसरी अरेस्ट होती है, दूसरी अरेस्ट के बाद तीसरी अरेस्ट होती है, आफ्टर इंटेरोगेटिंग पीपल। उसी से तो बड़े प्लान का पता चलता है। अब आप कह रहे हैं कि अरेस्ट ही ना करे लोगों को,
ये हम
कि जो अरेस्ट हो रहे हैं वो गलत अरेस्ट हो रहे हैं, अरेस्ट इसलिए हो रहे हैं क्योंकि मुसलमान है, टारगेटिंग है।
हमने सरकार से ये अरेस्ट की एक बात कही है, हाँ। ना इसलिए की है कि जो सबका साथ, सबका विकास और सबका विश्वास जताते हैं, वो उनके कार्यों में नहीं दिखता है। अगर हमारे मुल्क का एक बड़ा तबका उनके पर विश्वास नहीं कर पा रहा है, तो ये सरकार को समझना चाहिए कि आखिर वो उनका विश्वास क्यों नहीं जीत रहे।
सिद्धार्थ यादव, would you want to come in here?
कि आप इन्वेस्टिगेट आप ही करेंगे, आप ही गिरफ्तारियां करेंगे, हाँ। लेकिन हम एक बात इस चीज को कह रहे हैं कि कोई ऐसी गिरफ्तारी ना होने पाए आनंद फानन में कि एक आदमी बेकसूर पकड़ा जाए तो उसका जीवन बर्बाद हो।
तो मैं आपसे सिंपली वही तो पूछ रही हूँ कि आप जरा प्रूफ दे दीजिए कि आनंद फानन में गलत गिरफ्तारियां हुई हैं। ये जो सारे 7 डॉक्टर्स हैं जिनको डिटेन किया है, डॉक्टर शाहीन, डॉक्टर उमर, जिन्होंने अपने आप को उड़ाई लिया है, ये बेकसूर हैं। आप दे दीजिए प्रूफ, और प्रूफ नहीं है तो इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग एजेंसीज को इन्वेस्टिगेट तो करने दीजिए। एनीहाउ, सिद्धार्थ यादव, प्लीज गो अहेड, रिस्पॉन्ड टू व्हाट मिस्टर कपिश इज सेइंग।
किसको इन्होंने गिरफ्तार किया, किसके ऊपर इन्होंने साबित कर दिया, हमें ये बताएं। उरी में किसको इन्होंने
श्रेया
गिरफ्तार
जी,
किया,
श्रेया
किसको
जी,
प्रसारित
अब-
किया?
हो गया
सुन
कापिश जी,
लीजिए।
okay, we've heard you. Let's hear from the BJP spokesperson now.
अभी सुन लीजिए. First of all, if I have to respond to the comments made by the spokesperson of Samajwadi Party, your viewers should understand what this party stands for. What is their history? This is the same party who in 2012 manifesto had said कि जिन लोगों की गिरफ्तारियां आतंकवाद के मुकदमों में हुई हैं, हम उनको रिहा करवाने का काम करेंगे. When they came into power, they even did so. It was the Allahabad High Court which had to come heavily on them, saying that you cannot be releasing people who are under trial and accused for offenses against the state. For appeasement politics, Samajwadi Party can cross all limits. This is what their leader today, Abu Azmi, is also doing. Abu Azmi has not even just said कि arrests गलत हो रहे हैं. Abu Azmi is saying जुल्म आतंकवाद को पैदा करता है. Arrests are being made. Such a heinous crime was committed, and justifications for how terrorists are done, how terrorists are born, what is the reason behind terrorism? You would want to justify this act? You are coming out and justifying why those doctors are doing so? There is no word for people who have committed this crime, the nexus who's behind them, and you want to compare this with ordinary criminality by saying arbitrary arrests should not happen. Who is saying arbitrary arrests are happening? The investigation has been given to the most premier investigative agency of our country, which is the NIA. Terror links are there. People have lost their lives. People living in our country who are brainwashed and who are, practicing as doctors, the ones who are given the responsibility to save lives, have taken lives of people, and you, for your appeasement politics, want to sit and justify it.
Only 10 seconds.
Yes, go ahead, Mr.
कपिल जी
Kapil.
सुनिए ना,
एक
किसका
minute.
10 सेकंड?
रुक जाइए, Mr. Yadav, let him counter you.
10 seconds
That's
का
the whole
जवाब
point of a
दीजिए
debate.
आप.
You make a point and someone counters it. कापिश जी, जल्दी से.
क्या बिल्कुल 10 सेकंड. हमारे मित्र ने ये कहा कि हम लोग जो है वो आतंकवादियों को छुड़ाने के लिए एप्लीकेंट हो जाते हैं, और जब ये पीडीपी के साथ सरकार चलाते हैं तो 8,000 आतंकवादियों पर से इन्होंने मुकदमे उठा लिए. इन्होंने बुरहान वानी, जो खालिद वानी का भाई था, उसको पीड़ित के फंड से दिया. जीत का क्या हुआ? जो उस रंगे हाथ पकड़ गया था, जिनकी ये सरकार बताएगी. और मुझे आप बताइए, पठानकोट हमले की ISI जैसे आतंकी एजेंसीज को बुला करके देश की संप्रभुता लेते हैं.
Mr. Srivastava, I just don't understand why the Samajwadi Party is taking the stand it is. The fact is, what you're doing right now is appeasement. It is as blatant as that. There has been a bomb blast in India's national capital. 13 people are dead. 20 people are injured. This could have been a bigger plot aimed at revenging December 6th, the demolition of the Babri Masjid. Investigative agencies are now trying to bust something called a Faridabad module. And you're saying that arrests jo hain, unnecessary arrests hain, that these arrests are being done to target Muslims. Are bhai, people who are involved will be arrested, na, irrespective of whether they are Hindus or Muslims. Just because they are Muslims doesn't mean they will not be arrested, na. If they are involved, they will be arrested. Why are you calling these arrests unwarranted? Huh? Anyway, let me just bring in Colonel Rohit Chaudhary into the discussion as well. He is spokesperson of the Congress party. No, I see Colonel Rohit Chaudhary on our screens, but I believe that his line is not very clear. Yeah, you want to come in here? Nikhil, you wanted to come in here? Go ahead. We'll try and fix Dr. Rohit's line there, although I see him on our screens.
Shreya ma'am, some people, they need to stop becoming useful idiots to terrorists. This is not the time for politics. This is not the time for religious insecurities. This is terrorism we are talking about. This is about a motive to destroy our country, India, from within. When a blast happens near the Red Fort, our intelligence bureau, our national investigation agency and our Delhi police are not arresting people based on prayer habits. They are acting on data, intercepts, forensics, and national security intelligence. Let me remind you, the IB is not the BJP. These are officers who risk their lives day and night to prevent our kids from being blown up on a Monday evening in Delhi. They don't see religion, they are seeing patterns, explosives, and intent. And if it matches with people from your faith, then be it. So for a Congress or a Samajwadi Party leader to come out and say they are arrested, people are being arrested repeatedly because they are Muslim, it is anti-national gaslighting that they are doing. You are demoralizing the very agencies that protect this republic, and these agencies are not the BJP. They are independent bodies who are trying to keep my nation safe. You cannot predecide innocence. You cannot predecide innocence based on communal sympathy. You cannot do that. When our investigation about 360 kgs of explosives from Faridabad, when Muslim doctors, Muslim professors, and Muslim professionals are being found with ammonium nitrate and rifles, we are staring at a terror network. And this needs to be called out, and we have to stand together with our national agency.
So that is one point. Kapesh, I'm going to move forward from that because the Congress has brought in another angle. Colonel Rohit Chaudhary, why is the Congress party questioning the timing of the blast? They are saying it happened on the eve of the Bihar polls. Your minister in Karnataka is saying, I don't have proof, but something is fishy. Why did it happen on the eve of the Bihar elections? Why are you linking a terror attack to elections in Bihar? Are you trying to suggest, or was the minister trying to suggest, that the BJP and Prime Minister Modi orchestrated this terror attack in Delhi? Because that is the sense I'm getting.
Shreya, most important aspect as of now is that how this 3,000 kgs, 2,900 kg of ammonium nitrate has come to the in the national capital region. This is a very huge cause of concern, and the major aspects of security, intelligence, and operational failure, they are being overlooked by everyone in the national capital region. How can such huge quantities of explosives come in? The accountability and responsibility is the major aspect. And there is no accountability fixed. Pahalgam, no accountability fixed. Pathankot, Uri, and Pulwama, no accountability fixed. What happened to the people, those who created those terror attacks?
When you're saying no accountability fixed, what are you saying? You are saying that the Home Minister of this country, Amit Shah, should resign because there are now two back-to-back terror attacks under his watch? That is what the Congress party is saying, right?
We are very clear. As a defense person also, if something goes wrong, then we have to make people responsible and accountable. If we are not moving or rolling the heads, and we are not, punishing the people, those who are supposed to take control of the law and order situation and who are supposed to be heading the security and intelligence networks, the Ministry of Home, which is basically...
Okay. Siddharth Yadav, respond to that. Siddharth Yadav, respond to that. That accountability has to be fixed. If after 26/11 accountability was fixed and the Home Minister of the country had to resign, why has the Home Minister not resigned after Pulwama and Delhi? This is the question that the Congress party is asking you.
Shreya, I'll respond to both the questions. The one which was unanswered by my learned friend from the Congress party, and another which, he wishes to respond. Point number one, I think Congress party should come out of the time zone of the UPA era, or, the era that India lived in, wherein every day, every month, bomb blasts used to happen in every other city in this country. There was no city in our country where bomb blasts didn't used to happen. There was no year when bomb blasts didn't happen. And when, that happened, when after 2005, 2006, 2007, 2000, back to back, there was intelligence failure after intelligence failure, and there was a demand that, accountability has to be set. And only after then, few resignations flew in. And even after those resignations, bomb blasts continued. That era is gone. We are in a safer era. We are in an era where our agencies are working very professionally and independently.
Mr. Yadav, after Pahalgam and Delhi, you can't say we are in a safer era. Just answer the question on why the Home Minister should not submit his resignation, as the Congress party is asking.
Shreya, I'm responding to that. And I'm very sorry to say, but yes, we are in a safer era. Yes,
I don't. If you're saying it, you should say it with pride. You should be sorry about it.
I'm saying I'm sorry, because probably if you're not agreeing with me, then I have to be sorry about it. Because I say this not for myself, I say this on data. If we cannot be deflecting what has happened in Delhi, answers will be given, accountability will be set. But in in the 21st century of Bharat, accountability will be set for those who have orchestrated this act. Accountability will be set for the Akas who are sitting cross-border. Accountability will be set for the entire terror network that is operating behind it. And that is what we can do. And that is what we are capable of. And that is what our agencies will ensure. That's how we work. But you want to play this entire, see the response of the Congress party and, the entire opposition. After this has happened, there are only two things. Number one, sympathy for those who have done it.
Okay.
Defense, cover fire for those who have done it. They have brought in religion for those who have done it. And number four, they just want to play politics. Nothing else.
Okay.
There is nothing beyond that the opposition can see in this, but that is not how we work.
Okay.
Resignation is not what is required. Accountability for those who have done it is what required. And that is what we are going to deliver. And that is why from 2014...
We'll leave it there.
Yeah,
what is unfortunate actually is the fact that barely 48 hours have passed and we already have political parties squabbling with each other over something as ghastly as a terror strike that has now killed 13 people in this country, in India's national capital. Could they have waited is the question. I certainly think they could have. Ask questions, but there is a time to ask those questions. Anyhow, we'll wrap it here. Thank you very much, Siddharth Yadav, for joining us on the broadcast. Colonel Chaudhary, thank you very much. This was supposed to be a short discussion. Thank you, Nikhil, for joining us. And Kapish ji, dhanyavad. Thank you very much for being with us. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, a quick break.